A fundamentalist group is actively recruiting across the United States and around the world. The founder of this extremist group is known as LRH. Their stated goal is to clear the planet. LRH stated that they will effectively become the government once the world is clear. You want to know what happens when you clear everybody in that neighborhood. The only thing that center can become used for is a political center, because by the time you've done all this, you are the government. LRH, Future Org Trends, January 9, 1962. Even more disturbing is the fact that LRH endorsed the use of mass murder. In any event, any person from 2.0 down on the tone scale should not have, in any thinking society, any civil rights of any kind. LRH Science of Survival, page 86. It is not necessary to produce a world of clears in order to have a reasonable and worthwhile social order. It is only necessary to delete those individuals who range from 2.0 down. There are only two answers. The first is to raise them on the tone scale. The other is to dispose of them quietly and without sorrow. The sudden and abrupt deletion of all individuals occupying the lower bands of the tone scale from the social order would result in an almost instant rise in the cultural tone and would interrupt the dwindling spiral into which any society may have entered. A Venezuelan dictator once decided to stop leprosy by the simple expedient of collecting and destroying all the beggars in Venezuela. An end was put to leprosy in that country. LRH, Science of Survival, page 100.
From 3 feet behind society's head, you'll be amazed how much ground we can take when we do it as a strategically coordinated force. Mayors and governors to prime ministers and presidents, it's 560 cities, state and federal governments now on our org board just as we're on theirs. And just as our org boards naturally expand, so do our orgs. This year alone we pushed the square footage total to more than 8 million, and that's nearly double the whole of Vatican City.
They do not behave like conventional terrorists. While they may be as ruthless, they have been far more effective in achieving control over their targets. Over 3 decades ago, law enforcement agencies struck back against the criminal activities of LRH's fundamentalist organization.
Federal agents, we are armed!
FBI raids uncovered the largest infiltration of the U.S. government in the history of the nation. Under the guidance of LRH and his associates, over 5,000 operatives had stolen from government offices and established illegal wiretaps, compromising national security. 11 high-level conspirators were convicted. But the extremists survived and spread. They continued to fight our institutions, publicly engaging enemies in the courts while covertly using unsavory methods. In 1993, they defeated the IRS, securing a secret deal with a tax exemption and benefits enjoyed by no other group in America. They continue to systematically abuse the rights of their own members while practicing a vicious policy of revenge against anyone considered an enemy of their organization. You may have heard of this group before.
A Scientologist is someone who can look at the world and really see what it is. Not only look at it and see it, but be able to go and be effective and do something about it. And someone who's not asking permission to do that. Why ask permission? We are the authorities.
A 10-year investigation by a prosecutor there concluded that the Los Angeles-based group should be labeled a criminal organization. Investigators delved into the group's records after ex-members filed numerous complaints with police saying they'd been victims of intimidation and extortion.
Scientology is an insult to democracy and an attack on the freedom of every citizen. Scientology is trying to hide the truth about Operation Snow White, Operation Freakout, Project Normandy, Fair Game, Lisa McPherson,